Morgan is back, and Sarah, and they are this week's closers. All right, so, Sarah, this one is for you. Look how Chuck Todd still can't believe that Republicans are supporting Trump. Watch this.
A whopping 72% of Republican voters still believe that to twice impeach Donald Trump has had mainly a positive impact on the GOP. That was according to a new Quinnipiac poll released this week.
Oh, the twice impeached Trump. Can you believe it? Sarah?
Well, look at where we are now. Look at where our world has gone since President Biden has come into office. I mean, we're America last now. We're seeing what's happening overseas in Ukraine. We're seeing the spread of China globally across our entire planet. We're suffering now in America. And I think Americans realize, hey, look, under President Trump, we were moving forward. Now, under Biden, we're moving backwards. So there shouldn't be any surprise to Chuck Todd. And by the way, those impeachments completely weaponized. These are targeted political moves by the Democrats against a U.S. president that they did not like, that they did not want in office. So should be no surprise, exactly. Chuck. No surprise at all.
But it's amazing they still haven't learned their lesson after all these years, the establishment people. It's amazing. All right, Morgan, this one's for you. It's Chris Christie, who apparently is thinking of running for president in 2024, talking about the Ron DeSantis extradition pledge. This was this morning as well.
The governor has no role in this, particularly when the defendant doesn't want him to have a role in it, right? People want to know that you're authentic. And they want to know that what you say is what you believe. So I think that's the bigger problem for DeSantis is, everybody looks at that and goes, yeah, right, sure, except for the most fervent supporters of his.
So what do you make of this? So DeSantis was criticized at the beginning for being a bit lukewarm and actually having a little bit of that snide comment about porn stars. And now he's really strong with the extradition. And Chris Christie's saying, yeah, I don't know if people believe it. What do you think?
Chris Christie's criticism is odd to me because this is the one subject that you have seen Republicans of all stripes and of all forms actually united. And what I'm talking about is over Trump's indictment this week. Listen, You saw even Jeb Bush, who is not necessarily the biggest Trump fan, right? Even Jeb Bush said that this looked to be political and not about justice. And so it would make a lot of sense for Governor DeSantis to come out and be supportive of the president because that's what Republicans are doing of every stripe, right, of every corner of the party. So I don't see how this isn't authentic when that's really where the party is, and not just the Republican Party. I mean, you're seeing other people who are independents, even Democrats, that are concerned about this Bragg indictment because there's a reason that the feds and that his predecessor turned down prosecuting these alleged crimes.
And what do you make, Morgan, of of Chris Christie's chances if he were to enter the race for president? I'm laughing. I'm giving it away. What's your view?
With all due respect, with all due respect to Governor Christie, I think he'll do as well as his book sales did recently.
Well, there you are, Sarah.
So I have to agree with her 100% with Morgan. She's right on the money. I think Chris Christie should just take a step back and find another day job.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's very fun. I mean, you're both right because he's got this, I mean, he's very pugnacious and he's I think he's a pretty good pundit. But the idea that he's going to sort of the other one, I mean, I said at the beginning of the show, not really worth talking about Asa Hutchinson, but someone like Asa Hutchinson, Morgan, getting in the race. I mean, honestly, why?
I guess because he's not governor anymore. There's nothing else to do. I mean, listen, I do think that a governor of Arkansas will be president one day, and that's Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I'm ready for her to run.
Okay. What about you, Sarah? How do you feel about that one?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think Governor Huckabee Sanders is amazing. I think what she's done for children's education in the state of Arkansas is going to lead the way for the rest of the country. She really believes in school choice, and she really put the hammer down on these extreme teachings, especially when it comes to, CRT and everything else. I think people respect her and look up to her. I mean, and she's got a lot of time ahead of her. She's very young, and she has a lot of time ahead of her. I'm sure the people of Arkansas want to keep her. They don't want to let her go so soon.
Well, so Morgan, you mentioned book sales earlier. Let's see if we can help Sarah here do a little bit better than
I'm
Chris
so
Christie.
excited.
Sarah, you have a new book out, Sarah. Tell us about it.
So this is joining the amazing club, Awesome Sauce. I partnered with Brave Books to get great books out to children, books that have morals and teach us values and teach our children values. It's a book for the whole family, actually, and it's a way of teaching about the border in a different way. It's about rules. It's about obeying rules to protect not only yourself, but your family and your home and your country. And I'm very excited about that. And anybody who wants to get this book, they can go to bravebooks.com.
Okay, by the way, I've got to say the title in American Club, Awesome Sauce. Thank you.